Welcome back, third grade. You've reached day 17. I'm so glad that you're sticking with this. I missed you so much, and I hope you're having a wonderful spring. I know that things are going to be amazing, and I know that you're continuing to work hard. And from all of us teachers here, we just want to tell you, keep going, keep trying, keep doing your best, and we love you. All right, well, we're going to get started right away on our problem of the day. Are you ready? I'm ready. So today's word problem is about pencils. So let's see what we've got to solve. Ronell has 134 pencils. That's a lot of pencils. You think that's kind of strange to have that many pencils? Maybe he's an excellent student and he just writes all the time. Will has 88 pencils. Dante has 74 pencils. About how many pencils do they have all together? Well, before you pause this video, I want you to think, who and what are we talking about? Well, we've got Ronell and Will and Dante, and they've all got what? They've all got pencils. So we're talking about these three friends and all the pencils that they have. But there's a strange word in here before you solve. It says about. So when you're reading this problem, I want you to think about. What word does that mean? What does that have us solve? We don't have to solve this problem perfectly. They want to know about how many pencils. So think about that before you solve it. Go ahead and pause this video and see what you're going to answer. All right, let's see what you solved. So when we're looking at this, we're looking at rounding. We're looking at trying to find about how many. We don't need to know exactly. Are we going to round to the nearest 100 or are we going to round to the nearest 10? So 134, we're going to look at that 134. And is it about 130 or is it about 140? Well, the 4 tells us that it is closer to 130 than it is to 140. So Ronell has about 130. And then let's look at Dante, or let's look at Will and see how many Will has. So Will has 88 pencils. So if we look at our rounding mountain, 88 pencils, that 8, that number that we're going to look at is 8. And it's over the hill, which means it's closer to 80 or 90. It's closer to 90. It's only 2 away from 90. So our next rounding number is 90. So far we've got about 130 and about 90. So let's look at our last one. How much does Dante have? Well, Dante has 74. So if we're going and we go from 70 and we're going up, we stop right here at 74. So is 74 closer to 70 or is it closer to 80? It's closer to 70. It's only 4 away from 70. So now we've got 3 numbers that are easier to add: 130, 90, and 70. This is one way that we solve this. I have to tell you, I solved it a different way too. Is that okay? Absolutely. It's math. We can solve it different ways. What way works best for us? For me, I looked at the numbers 130 and 70 and 130 and 70. I know in my brain from all the amazing number talks that my teachers have done that 130 and 70 is 200 because 3 plus 7 is 10. And then 10 tens is 100 and 100 plus 100 is 200. Then the only thing I have left to put in here is the 90. So 200 plus 90, we know when we put those together is 290. Did you get the same answer? I hope you did. All right, so now it's time to move on to elapsed time. Now I know we've had 2 days of elapsed time, but we learned the first strategy. And in the first strategy, we learned to count on a number line. You were able to take a piece of paper and draw on a number line and be able to count. Well, today is a new way. So today I want you to go watch this video. It is lesson 17, link number 1. Watch that video and then come right back to me here. I'll see you in a minute. All right, so that video talked about making this T-chart. So we're making a T-chart to be able to look at the minutes from when we started to the time when we ended. And so that's what we're looking at right now. So our first question is, if we had 10 minutes and we added it to 1:15, what time would it be? Would Jake be at his grandmother's house yet? If we had 10 minutes to 1:25, what time would it be? Well, now we're at 1:35 and we need to get to 1:40. Can we add 10 more minutes? How many minutes should we add? So let's add up all of our minutes. And how long did it take Jake to get to his grandma's house? So here we are. We've started at 1:15. We know that we started at 1:15. And we're going to try and find what are easy times for us to get to. So I can add 10 minutes really easily. So from 1:15 and add 10 minutes, that's now 1:25. Well, I haven't made it to 1:40 yet, so I'm going to keep going. So now I'm going to go 10 more minutes, and 1:25 and 10 more minutes is now 1:35. But I'm still not there yet. If I added 10 more, I'd be at 1:45, and that's just way too many. So I don't want to go that far. What's another increment that I can add that's smaller? I can add 5 minutes. 35 plus 5, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. 5 more minutes is 40. So we can see below that now we've got 10 minutes to get to 1:25, 10 minutes to get to 1:35, and 5 more minutes, and we made it to 1:40. So how long did it take him to get to his grandma's house? Well, 10 plus 10 is what? 20. That's right. And now we've got 20 plus 5 more. 20 plus 5 is 25. So it took him 25 minutes to get to his grandma's house. Let's try another one. So we've got, we could have a story problem about we started at 6:03 at night making dinner, and we stopped and made dinner, and dinner was ready at 7 o'clock. So let's look at what we're going to solve. So we know that we need to get to the time that we're at. So we know right now the time is 6:03. So we start with 6:03. Well, what is an easy time to get to from 6:03? Because we're counting by single minutes, and that's not so easy. What would be a big number that would help us? 10? Okay, let's make it to 10. How would I get from 3 to 10? How many minutes do I need? 7. That's exactly right. So if I add 7 minutes, I get from 3 to 10. So it makes it from 6:03, and now I'm at 6:10. That's exactly right. So now I'm at 6:10. Have I made it to 7 o'clock? Nope, not yet. What's an easy thing that I can add here? Well, I need to make it to 7 o'clock. I know 30 is a big number, and I've got a ways to go. How do I get from 6:10 to 6:30? 10 plus what equals 30? 20. You're exactly right. So 10 plus 20 equals 30. So now I am at 6:30. Have I made it there yet? Is dinner ready? Nope, not yet. So I need to keep going. 6:30, and I need to make it to 7 o'clock. You guys, you are so smart. By now, you've learned so much about time that you know 15, 30, 45, 60. You know the way around the clock, and 30 plus 30 equals 60. Well, if I'm at 6:30 and I add 30 more minutes, I'm at 7 o'clock. I made it to the next hour. So I can add a big number here, and I can say in 30 minutes, it's going to be 7 o'clock because I know that I can add that time together. Well, am I all done now? Nope, not yet. I have to go back. And when I go back, I'm going to look at adding all of these minutes together. Let me change my color here really quick so you can actually see on this blue background. 30 plus 20 is 50. And 50 plus 7 is 57. That's exactly right. So now we're at 57 minutes. So it took us 57 minutes to cook dinner. I bet that was a delicious dinner that you guys made with your family. All right, so now let's try another one and see how you can do it. Are you ready? I'm going to give you a chance. I want you to pause the video right here, and I want you to see if you can solve this problem on your own. All right, well, welcome back. Let's see, what did you do to solve this problem? So when we're looking at this, we're trying to get from 8:05, but this one says that we're trying to add 47 minutes. It's not telling us 8:05 to 9 o'clock. It's asking us what's 8:05, and we're adding that 47 minutes. So let's look and see what we can do here. So when we're going through this, we need to add up to 47 minutes. So our total time needs to be 47 minutes. So we're looking at something very, very different here. So here my time is 8:05. And over here, I need to be able to figure out how to get to 47 minutes. So my total down here is that 47 minutes. So how do I make that happen? That's what we're looking at right now. So I know if I add, I don't know, right here I could easily add 40 minutes right off the top because this is a 0, and 0 plus 4 is 40. And I still haven't made it past. So here I could go 8:45. If you said 8:45, you are absolutely right. And I added 40 minutes, but I'm not done yet. I have to add more time, and because I need to make it to 47. 7 is a really hard number to add, but I can break 7 apart and make it 5 and 2. So if I add 5 more minutes to my time, what's 8:45? 45 plus 5. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. If you said 8:50, you are exactly right. So now I'm at 8:50. But am I done? No, because I need 2 more minutes. How can I add 2 minutes to 8:50? 8:50, 8:51, 8:50. What comes next? 8:52. If you said 8:52, you are absolutely right. That is 8:52 to get there. Let's look at another way to solve this. So here in this way, we went through increments of 10 and said 10, 20, 30, 40, because then they are like, oh, I'm adding 10 too many times. So they went from 8:05 and 10 more minutes is 8:15. Add another 10, 8:25. Add another 20, because we're getting to be pros at this, so let's keep going. And now we're at 8:45. 10 plus 10 is 20. 20 plus 20 is 40. I haven't made it to 47 yet. So then I added 5 more minutes and made it to 8:50, and 2 more minutes and made it to 8:52. So they started somewhere at 8:05 and it took them 47 minutes and they made it there at 8:52. All right, now it's your turn. See what you can do. This is the exact same as the last problem, except we've got different times. So you start at 7:52 and you need to make it 39 minutes. Pause this video, get out your paper and pencil right now and see what you can do. All right, let's see. How did you solve this? So I'm looking at this and I've got 7:52 as my beginning time. Well, this isn't easy now because 7:52 is a really hard time to start with. We're almost at what hour? 52 is really close to the next hour. What's the next hour after 7? It's 8. How do we get from 7:52 to 8 o'clock? What did we have to add? Because there's only 60 minutes in an hour. So at 60 minutes is where we stopped. So 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. Then we made it to the next hour. So this is 8 minutes to get from 7:52 to 8 o'clock. Well, my total needs to be 39 minutes. I used 8 of those minutes. I need to make it all the way to 39. 8 plus what makes 9? 1. We'll get there in just a minute. But this number right here is 30. I can add 30 really, really quickly. So when I'm trying to add 30, what is 0 plus 30? I think that's one you all can do in your head. 0 plus 30 is 30. So now I was at 8 o'clock, I added 30 minutes, and now I'm at 8:30. But have I made it all the way to 39 minutes? I have not. I need 1 more minute. So what's 1 more minute? Sorry, guys, here, let me fix that. That's some bad writing on my end. It's surprising how hard it is to write with a mouse. All right, so I'm at 8:30 and I need to add 1 more minute. What's 30 plus 1? Did you guess 31? If you did, you're absolutely right. You guys are getting to be masters at doing elapsed time. I'm really proud of that. Let's look at another way to solve this. Let me get all of that erased. There we go. All right, so when we're looking at this, they went and started by those increments. All right, so this is one way. Did you solve it a different way? You might have, and that's great. I love it when mathematicians come to different ways of solving it. Well, don't forget, don't stop here. Keep going. Here's some great links that you can use to keep learning how to do elapsed time. Elapsed time is something that we use in our everyday learning, and it's so important to be able to use. Click link 2, 3, or 4, or all 3 of them if you're going to be a smarty pants in lesson 17 on the website. Keep learning, keep being smart, keep being awesome.